Hey guys, welcome back for another video. If you're new here, my name is Lulu and I'm so excited that you're here because today I'm going to be sharing with you all of my favorite places to shop for plus size clothing. So this is just my list of my diehard places that if you were to look in my phone and go to my app section for shopping, these are some of the places that you will see and I frequent quite often. So a lot of my wardrobe pieces do come from these stores. So that'd be fun to kind of just put together a video for you guys on all the places that I love. So that way, hopefully you guys can check out some of these places and see what they have in store. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video. But if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel so that way you never miss out on any of the fun, and also follow me over on Instagram. So let's get started. So store number one has to go to, drumroll, H&M. I knew you guys would probably already know that it would be H&M just because I frequent that place on my channel so much. I feature things from them all the time and it's always just been one of those favorite places for me because it's trendy, cute pieces at really great affordable pricing. So that is why H&M has just become one of my staples in my wardrobe and a place that I love to shop. But not only do I love to shop their plus size section, I love to shop their regular size section. So many times I find amazing, great pieces that they have that are just a little bit more oversized, and the extra large or the extra large fits my body, which I am a plus size 2X, 3X, typically a size 20. So I am thrilled when I can find a large or an extra large that actually fits me. So I think it's nice because I find that I have a lot more options when I go to H&M because I shop regular size and plus size. So don't be afraid to go in there and try things on. I will literally just grab anything that I love, like from the racks, and I will go try it on. And you know, sometimes it doesn't fit in the extra large or large, but hey, if it doesn't work, it's okay. Move on to the next garment and try it on because you never know when you're gonna find those hidden gem pieces that will fit your body beautifully. So up next, my next favorite brand would have to go to Target. And also I just wanna mention that none of these are in any specific order. I love all of them equally. This is just how I kind of wrote down my list, but it would have to go to Target, and specifically the brands in their ready-to-wear collection that are A New Day and Who What Wear. So I don't think I mentioned this, but I used to be an executive team leader for Target back in the day, and I absolutely loved my job there. And when I was there, they released these two brands. They were kind of revamping their entire fashion collection, and they came out with these two new like staple brands for Target, and I fell in love. I feel like Who What Wear is a super trendy clothing brand that they launched, and I love their patterns. They always seem to have the best patterns, and I think especially for plus size, it tends to be where designers don't always come out with really awesome patterns and prints and fun things, but this brand actually does, which I find super fun. And then I love A New Day because it's very classic. It has really nice blazers, tank tops, nice items that you can wear all the time that are just gonna be your classic pieces that you can add in to your more fun pieces. So that is why I tend to, when I go on the website, I will just like filter down and only look, well, mainly at those two brands because I tend to find some of the best items. And then next on my list, of course, has to go to Eloqua Elements and also Eloqua. So I love Eloqua Elements. It's been kind of a newfound love for me where I didn't realize how much I would love the clothing until I tried it on, and they just come out with banging collections. Like, this stuff is so good, and also, like I mentioned before, they play with prints, which I love because a lot of plus size designers don't do that, and they always come out with really fun prints and fabrics and textures, and I think it's just amazing because I love to have that diversity within my clothing, and this is a brand that definitely does that. I also think that for its bigger sister, Eloqua, it definitely has the same type of vibe, but it's just a little bit more elevated. You'll find that the price points are a little bit different. So Eloqua Elements is gonna be a lot less expensive than Eloqua. However, Eloqua does do sales quite often, and you can find so many of their gorgeous pieces on sale. So if you're not willing to splurge, you're not ready to splurge for some of those more expensive pieces, I definitely recommend checking it out and buying stuff when it's on sale because it's so good. I love their classic pieces because they're just super trendy And they also just add a nice like edge to them. And like I mentioned before, they play with a lot of texture, like leather and really nice materials that I haven't seen in a lot of other brands. So it's definitely a good one, especially during this season and this time of year when it's getting a little bit chillier outside, because you'll be able to add those type of layers into your wardrobe and it'll look amazing with so many different outfits. And my next favorite has to go to American Eagle and AIRIE. So I've been shopping American Eagle since like way back in the day, I think since middle school, when I used to also shop at like Abercrombie and Hollister. And that was just one of the stores I also absolutely loved, and I still love to this day because I'm just in love with their denim. And that is the one thing for me that I will constantly always go back to is their denim. And I think about roughly 90% of my denim comes from American Eagle. So if you ever see denim on my channel and you're wondering where it's probably from American Eagle. And I remember when they used to only go up to a size 14, and then they extended their line to size 18, and then they extended it, I believe, to like a size like 26. But then I noticed they reverted back recently back to just a size 20. I'm not sure why, and I'm kind of a little bit bummed about that because I loved the fact that they were making denim and jeans for just more than a size 20. So I don't know what's going on with that, but if anybody knows, let me know in the comment section, because I love American Eagle and I wish that they had larger sizes, because sometimes when I used to purchase the non-stretch, like rigid cotton denim jeans, I would always have to size up. So I would typically wear size 20, but I would size up to a 22 because there's no stretch. And it would just fit me a lot better, or even like their shorts and stuff, I would size up. But anywho, they're the most comfiest jeans I've ever worn. And I know that like, you know, having a little belly, I don't want to be like restricted and feel like something's super tight on my waist. So their stretch is just unbelievable. And then kind of jumping into why I love AIRIE, I think they have some of the best comfy clothes. So they only go up to an extra, extra large, but you'd be surprised because a lot of it does fit. And I just love like their sweatsuit pants, their like little sets that they have, their comfy t-shirts, their like shorts and pajamas. So I'll oftentimes order some comfy clothes or like loungewear from them, as well as they have really good underwear. I forgot to mention that, but like their no-show, like seamless thongs are the best. They're zero cutting in at like your hips, and they just are completely smooth and weightless. So sometimes it just feels like you're not even wearing underwear, which I really love. So I will definitely link those down below because they are some of my absolute favorites. So I couldn't also make this list without adding Shein. I haven't talked about it a lot on my channel, but I will say this. Every time I buy something, because I find like random just like diamonds in the rough from that collection, and people think it's from this like expensive place for some reason, even though it was like $10. But I'm like, oh no, it was from this brand. So I feel like it's very hit or miss, but you can find those hidden gems and you're only gonna pay like $10 or $20 for it, and people are just gonna love it. So I have a couple of those pieces where people have fallen in love with it, I fall in love with it, and it tends to be from that store. So don't pass it up thinking, oh, it's just like cheap clothing or whatever, because you might be pleasantly surprised with some of the stuff and their quality. And I do think that because I've shopped them for a couple years now, their quality has just continued to get better and better, which I think is amazing. So definitely shop them. They have some of the best dresses as well as tops, and they have a huge, and when I say huge, I mean huge selection of plus size clothing. I mean, it's pages. I will sit there just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and there's so many options for people, so don't pass it up. But I do size up a lot of times in their brand, and I will typically get about a 3X or a 4X, typically more so 4X. So definitely think about that before actually making the purchases. They do have like size charts and stuff, so definitely check that out. But I do tend to size up in that brand and get a little bit of a larger size just to make sure that it's gonna fit everywhere. And you never know what you're gonna find. It's amazing, like trendy clothing. It's always just super trendy pieces at such really great affordable pricing. And then next on my list is gonna go to Amazon, but not just like the entire Amazon website. It's gonna go specifically to their clothing brand, The Drop. So they released this, I think maybe a year or two ago, and I'm kind of obsessed. I think it's so fun to get the text message notifying me of when the new shipment is dropping or the collection is dropping from like influencers, and then going on there and like clicking and adding whatever I want to my cart. It does take a little bit for it to arrive, so just be prepared. It's not like an immediate, I ordered this, because all they get a certain amount of like fabric, and then it's all made based off of like what each person orders, and then they ship it out. So it does take a little bit of time, but they have some amazing things, and they also have their collection of just staples. So I love their staples. I shop it quite often because I love just like scrolling. It's all super trendy pieces that are super affordable as well. I think it's a really great price point for a lot of these things, and it's just fun to see like a collection drop and then also have like the other pieces that you can kind of work in and intermix with it. So they do go up to a size 3X, and I typically wear a size 2X from the drop, and it has been just a fun little internet purchasing habit of mine recently that I've been kind of obsessed with. So definitely don't skip on Amazon's The Drop because they have a lot of really awesome pieces within their collections. And then next on my list is going to go to Zara. And I know you're wondering, why on earth did Zara make my list? Okay, hear me out. So it made the list because I tend to shop there a lot for their oversized pieces. So they will actually fit a size 2X 20 body, and their accessories and shoes. So I think Zara does a phenomenal job with their accessories and shoes. They're very good quality, well made, and it can spice up almost any outfit and just add that punch and that little extra elevation to the outfit to kind of elevate it. And I love their accessories. I think they do it so well, and they always look expensive and nice and really good quality. And then in terms of the clothing, I tend to find some of the best oversized pieces. So if you look in the back of the tag, you'll see a little circle on it, and that will indicate that it's going to be an oversized item. And they also started making up to size extra, extra large. So we're not quite there with Zara. It hasn't quite done the whole plus size. I wish they would just get on board with accepting women's bodies and just go plus size, but they haven't quite done that yet. So they have kind of like dabbled a little bit in that by going up a little bit in their sizing, as well as adding like more oversized pieces. So it's worth it to go in there every now and then and just kind of shuffle through the racks, see what's gonna fit. Again, with that kind of a store, don't be afraid just to try it on. Head to the fitting room, see if it works on your body, and if not, you just put it away. But don't be afraid to at least take it, try it, and go into those types of stores just to see what they offer. So I don't know if it's just me or if I feel like the plus size community doesn't appreciate the fact that J. Crew has really made such a big like leap and done so many pieces in the plus size, like opened up and expanded their plus size collection, because I was super impressed, and I always am super impressed. It is gonna be a little bit of a higher price point with some of their items. However, they're amazing quality. And I think that with a brand like J. Crew, they're really good at doing classics and pieces that are very timeless that you can wear in your collection for years to come. So if you're a type of shopper where you know you're gonna want that gorgeous coat or blazer that you want to last for years on end and it's gonna be amazing quality, I love J. Crew for that, and I tend to just go straight to their website and pick stuff out. But something to think about when you're looking on the website, because I was a little confused at first, is they don't actually have a plus size like section. So that kind of confused me at first because I was like, where am I supposed to shop? But it's actually all just combined in one. So, which I actually kind of appreciate that they don't, put us in our own little category. It's all there. You click on like tops, you'll see all the sizing, and it'll go up to, I think they go up to size 26. I could be wrong. I will have to actually check that. But you can just like pick tops or blazers, and you just see if it goes up to your size. So it's kind of nice because it's just all inclusive and it's all added into like the same exact section. So definitely it's worth it to browse, and they do have like amazing sales every now and then on their website, so you can get a lot of really great deals because it is a little bit more pricier in terms of some of the other brands I've talked about, but it's worth it for those pieces that are going to be classic, timeless, and going to be in your collection for years to come. And then I cannot do a video without talking about my tried and true brand, ASOS. So I have shopped there for so many years, and I remember when they were like one of the only trendy, cute, plus size clothing brands out there. It was like, oh, that's a good brand, I'm gonna shop there. So I love this brand, I always have, and I shop a lot from them. And I tend to size up in their clothing because it is a UK website, so I will kind of size up a little bit, or just make sure you're shopping in like the US because they have US sizing, UK sizing. So just make sure you are checking like the measurements and stuff because you want to make sure you get your right size because you do have to ship it. But I have always loved their clothing. I think they have amazing stuff, and certain pieces can be a little bit pricier than others, but they do have the ASOS outlet online as well, so you can find some of those really amazing pieces at such great pricing too. So definitely don't skip out on that. They just always have good stuff, and I've always loved and enjoyed shopping there online. And then lastly, I cannot do an entire video about where I love to shop without adding in a couple of amazing workout brands and places that I like to just get my workout gear from. I try to like work out weekly and go on walks, and I do a little bit of like weightlifting and yoga. So I have to add in some of my favorites where I get some really cute outfits to go to the gym in, and that has to go to Lululemon. My husband thinks they should endorse me because we have the same name, but I always love Lululemon. Even before they expanded into making plus sizes, I've always shopped and fit their size 12 leggings. Now I'm a little bit more of like, okay, I need a 14, but they definitely run large and you can put them on and they fit beautifully. Tops, not so much, but their bottoms have always fit beautifully, and I've always worn them because A, they're super comfortable, B, they hug my curves and they actually stay up on the waist, which I love. Like they don't just like roll down or fall when you're trying to get a workout in. And then C, they come in so many good prints and fabrics, and they're super soft and they last forever. I have some Lululemon leggings that I've had for over like 6 years and they're still in perfect condition, and I wear these like to death. So Lululemon definitely is an amazing place to shop. And then when it comes to like workout tops, I know I already talked about Target, but I do love Target's workout tops for plus size. I think it's called All in Motion is their plus size, or not their plus size, but their new like workout brand. So I love their plus size tops. They have so many nice just simple tanks and long sleeve t-shirts, and the ones that like wick sweat away and different stuff like that. So I tend to buy my tops from Target, and then I will always try to get my bottoms from Lululemon. All right, guys, so that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please drop down below in the comment section, what are your favorite places to shop for plus size clothing? I always love hearing more about where I can shop and where I can find amazing little gems to add to my wardrobe. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you next week for another video. Have a good one. Bye.